you heard from Charlie?
Not recently.
I've sent him loads of messages. He never replies.
Well, why don't you ring him?
It's a strictly text-based relationship.
You are his mother, for goodness sake.
Yeah, you're right.
Please leave a message.
Charlie, it's me. I need to speak to you today. So call me back.
That's told him.
Yeah.
What is it?
That was a UK ringtone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, try your tracker thingy.
Oh, I haven't used that since he was at school.
Yeah, but try it now.
That's all right.
What?
Says he's in a pub in London.
Try his dad.
Oh, I'll get no sense out of him.
I know, but try him anyway.
His phone's dead.
Like his brain.
Something's wrong.
Why'd you say that?
Mother's intuition. You and Ruby can hold the fort, can't you?
Yeah, but
I'll only be an hour and a half away. You can call me if you need me.
Pearl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Come on, join in, Misery Guts. Happy birthday to you.
He said no fuss.
No, shut up and blow the candle out.
Nice baritone.
Funny.
Well, we're looking for a new Captain Von Trapp, if you're interested.
Thought Tom was your leading man.
Oh, no, him and Pearl have split up, didn't you know?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
And with Tom gone, Muggins here has had to take over as creative director.
What happened?
Oh, God. I'm just going to the left.
What are you doing here?
Table for one.
We don't serve murderers.
Thanks. I was gasping for a pint.
There once was a place with mudlands and lonely. Way, hey, ho. And I'll seek and I'll search and I know that I'll find it. Way, hey, ho. I know the wind she blows. I know the tides are low. But you'll find me at the white post. You'll find me at the white post.
I used to live next door to Phil and his wife, Carol. We were really good friends. In fact, Pearl used to babysit their daughter, Paula. Then he found out that Carol was having an affair, and he threw her off the top of Whitstable Castle.
When was this?
Must be 30 years ago by now, but the castle killer, they called him.
Didn't you work that case, Mum?
Oh, just door to door.
It ruined that poor girl's life. And your questions. And your... Paula.
Hi, Dolly. You look well.
Oh, thanks. I guess you've heard your dad's out.
Police liaison woman warned me.
Has he tried to get in touch?
Not yet. Is Pearl about?
No, she's not. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Well, I was hoping to hire her.
For what?
He's on licence. If he puts a foot wrong, he goes back inside. I need a witness to report him when that happens.
What are you playing at, Dolly? Hey, Dolly,
Get
what
your
are you playing
hands,
at?
get your hands off
What are you
me!
playing?
I think you should go for it, Gov. Love to see you bail out Edelweiss.
I'd rather eat my own foot.
God.
I said let me go!
What's going on? What are you playing at me?
Let me go!
Stop.
Just following me.
I want him arrested for
Just
assault.
following me.
He should be locked up. He's out on license.
Visit my wife's grave.
You shouldn't be allowed to be anywhere near that.
Calling out loud. Get him in the car. Give me that.
Come on. This way.
I could arrest you for possession of a firearm.
Oh, do you want me to make a statement?
Look, I know you were friends with Paula's mum, but this ain't your battle to fight. Go home.
Excuse me.
Why, what have you done?
Sorry?
Joke.
Oh, right. I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all?
He's a young lad. He's about 21.
Do you know how many people come in through these doors every day?
I've got a photo here.
No, doesn't ring any bells.
Well, it's just that this was his last known location.
Are you police?
No, I'm his mum.
Could still be police.
Or would that be a problem?
No problem whatsoever.
I'm just trying to find my son.
Look, sorry, I can't help you.
Your eyes calm down yet?
Bit. So what do you think of the digs?
Well, it must be an improvement on your last place.
Just a boat.
How long do you have to stay here?
A minimum of 12 months.
You're gonna look for work?
I'll try, but
Well, best bet's to keep your head down.
easier said than done.
And most people around here don't know who you are, so...
Likes of Dolly Nolan do.
Well, just... stay out of the way.
This is what they call freedom, eh?
You don't think we should have taken him in?
For what exactly?
Well, at least he's back behind bars, which is where he belongs.
It's churned up so much stuff about my mum.
I can imagine.
It's terrible having no real memories of her.
Well, she was a lovely person, and she was a wonderful mother.
I mean, most kids have photos of Christmases and holidays with their parents. But I've just got this... blank.
No. You've done so well. You've managed to build a really decent life for yourself.
It doesn't feel like it most of the time.
No. No way. What are you doing here?
I need to see Paula.
I thought they'd locked you up.
Please, love.
She doesn't want anything to do with you.
I just want to talk to you.
Hasn't she suffered enough?
Just go. Please, just 5 minutes.
No! I'm calling the police. This is harassment. Please. Just go!
I don't want you here. I want nothing to do with you.
Why didn't you charge him?
He was cautioned.
It didn't work.
What do you mean?
He's just turned up on his daughter's doorstep.
Why are you getting mixed up in all of this?
He killed my friend.
And if he breaks the term of his license, we'll do something about it.
Well, he already has, as far as I'm concerned. Why can't you do your jobs properly?
Salt, vinegar.
Yeah. Cheers.
You are. So?
All right.
Looking forward to my first chippy tea in a while.
Yeah, well, unless you want it to be your last, I'd advise you stay away from your daughter.
Ever thought you'd be better off trying to find the person who killed my wife, rather than persecuting me? Large cod and chips, please. Come on, then. Let's do this.
You gonna make a complaint?
I'm sure they're just doing their good deed for the day.
Apparently Paula's been in touch, asking about taking out a restraining order.
I don't blame her.
No?
What would you do in her position?
Was in no contact with her while you were inside?
Nothing. I lost the love of my life and my little girl.
Yeah, I read up on your case.
You must be short on entertainment.
Tell me something. You were sentenced to a minimum of 18 years.
And?
Well, you served 30.
I know, I was there.
Weren't you up for parole?
Gotta confess your sins for an early release.
So why didn't you?
I'm an innocent man.
Hello?
Hi.
Hiya. You okay?
Yeah.
Dolly told me about Tom. Sorry it didn't work out.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Listen, Charlie's turned up in London.
What, from Toronto?
Yeah. He's avoiding me for some reason. He's turned his phone off. Got no clue where he's living. But I just want to track him down, make sure he's not in any sort of trouble.
I'll give my old partner a bell, see if he can help out. D.I. Roy Carver, I'll text you his details.
Thanks, Mike.
Does Dolly know?
Well, she knows I'm here, but don't tell her I called you. I really don't want to panic her.
All right, gotcha. Well, try not to worry. I'm sure he'll turn up.
Thanks.
Bloody hell.
Hello.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Lovely to see you. Come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry to bother you, Janet. Nice bow tie.
Cost me an arm and a leg, that school. Come through. Look who's here. Oh,
Oh, all right.
clog pipes.
Oh, I didn't know you were into DIY.
Very handy is our Nicky.
That what they taught you at private school?
No, it's all the tools I have to deal with at work. What's up?
You carry on with that. Mike's come here to see me.
Oh, yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, I came across this report. Just wondered whether you might recall a bit more than you thought about the murder.
No. Why?
You said you only worked door to door, but it looks like you're on the investigation team.
Sorry, completely senior moment, I'm afraid. All the jobs blend into one, you know, after all this time. Sorry. No.
But you felt Philip Nevin was guilty?
100%. Why?
Just curious.
Is he appealing the verdict or something?
Not as far as I know.
Yeah, good. The man killed his wife. Right, anyone fancy a cuppa? Oh.
You know, when we find our Von Trapp, he might sweep you off your feet in real life.
Too busy for dating.
Unless you're still hanging on for my grandson.
I'm not sure Charlie's ever coming back from Canada.
Oh, you never know. Hello, Captain.
Can I have a word? Just wanted to tell you that Phil Nevin was assaulted.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Look, he's done his time, all right? I know it's hard, but if you run into him, just cut him some slack.
Is that it?
Let me ask you something. You serve an 18-year prison sentence and have the chance to get out on parole if you confess. Why would you choose to keep your mouth shut and go another 12 years inside? Right?
I hear Phil Nevin got beaten up.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
No, not really.
Why the obsession, Gov?
Obsession.
Yeah, researching the case, interrogating my mum.
I just wonder why she couldn't remember working such a high-profile case.
Maybe because it was 30 years ago.
Even so.
Still, a bit weird having my boss turn up and question her about a convicted murderer.
I'm so sorry to drag you out like this, Roy. I spent most of last night wandering the streets looking for him.
Do you want to make this official?
He's not missing. He's just hiding from me for some reason.
And you've no idea why he came to London instead of going home?
No,
Is he prone to this kind of behaviour?
no, not at all. It's totally out of character. Something's happened.
Right, you send that to me. I'll circulate it to the team, and if anyone spots him, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
He's lucky to have a mum like you. My parents didn't give a monkey's where I was half the time.
You all right?
No, not really.
I think I can help.
Gov,
Yeah.
did you look at the files on the Nevin case?
Why are you asking?
There was no forensics, no physical evidence. Just eyewitness testimonies from the couple that ran the pub where Carol Nevin worked.
Yeah, the Mountfields. Gus Mountfield was having an affair with Carol, right?
What What did you make of their statements?
What's this all about, Nikki?
Well, they read like they're written by the same person. Both virtually identical. No discrepancies.
Who did the interviews?
DCI Dickie Masters, bit of a local legend. Nicknamed the Closer because of his amazing conviction rates.
Yeah, he was on all the photos in the press.
He signed off on everything. But the co-signatory on all the forms was my mum. That doesn't necessarily mean that she was involved in anything dodgy.
Of course not.
But those statements,
What do you want to do?
I think we should talk to Masters.
I do volunteer work, handing out food to the homeless.
What, Charlie's been sleeping rough?
He's only been out for a night, but he struck me as pretty vulnerable. When I told him I run a pub, he asked if I had any work.
So you gave him a job?
Well, I just lost my best barman. You know, timing's everything.
Well, where's he been living since then?
Just above the pub.
With you?
There's nothing dodgy going on.
Charlie! What's going on? No, wait, no, don't run off. What's going on, love? Huh? What is it? Whatever this is, we can sort it out. Okay? Yeah?
Cracking game, Vince. Thank you.
Mate.
Dickie Masters.
How can I help you? Officers?
You,
Here you are, Dickie.
Thanks, love.
you worked the Carol Nevin murder back in '94.
One of many.
Do you know that Phil Nevin was released from prison?
Ha! Crying shame.
Do you think?
I'm a devoted member of the String 'em Up Brigade.
Do you remember much about it?
Open and shut job.
Did it bother you that the witnesses were the victim's lover and his wife?
There was a third eyewitness. Didn't give evidence in court.
Why not?
He was a tramp. You'd probably call him a rough sleeper. Prosecution didn't think it'd play well with the jury.
But he went on the record.
You might find a statement buried somewhere deep in the vaults. Probably brown bread by now. Druggy.
Any idea why the Mountfield statements were virtually identical?
Maybe because they both saw the exact same thing?
I hear you were known as the Closer.
My reputation precedes me.
Because of your conviction rate?
Because I was always last out the pub.
You think the jury got it right?
Not for me to say. Did my job, moved on to the next villain.
And you were happy with that verdict?
A woman was murdered, my love. Thrown off the top of that castle. Not much to be happy about, as far as I'm concerned.
What's going on, Charlie? We're going to sit here until you tell me.
It was Dad.
I knew it.
Things were great at first, but he just...
And then he lost interest.
He got this new job. Financial thing, recruiting investors.
Well, that doesn't sound like him.
Didn't seem to have any time for me after that. And then he got arrested.
What?
Yeah, it turns out the job was all just a big scam.
What, he was ripping people off?
You know, one woman in the local paper said that she lost her life savings. And I did a bit of work for him.
On the scam?
I didn't know it was dodgy, all right? I just wanted to spend time with my dad. How could I have come home? I was worried that the police were after me too.
You should have rung me.
Well, when you called the other day, it sounded urgent.
I was winding you up.
Oh, well, I thought they might have been round.
Oh, Charlie.
Look, Mum, what if there's a warrant out for my arrest?
There won't be.
How do you know?
I'll find out.
I'm sorry, all right? I know I let you down.
Oh, you haven't let me down. I promise.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Mountfield? Mr. Mountfield? I'm DCI Mike Maguire. I wonder if we could talk to you about a witness statement you made during a murder investigation back in 1994.
Total waste of my life, earlier.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Well, it was lemon drizzle. That's what I wanted. Anyway, it's got to be cake, because it can't just be sandwiches, can it? Right?
Sorry to bother you.
He comes up with a Dundee cake. It's full of nuts. I can't eat that.
Let's try the wife.
Not if you want lemon. 4 or 5. Who knows? 10 or 6.
When did the pub close down?
Got too much for me after Gus went into the nursing home.
It's a tough job being a landlady.
Proper boozers are dying a death. It's all cortados and kimchi now.
Yeah, no more spit and sawdust.
Hard enough keeping this flat nice.
Yeah.
Is that your husband?
My Gus. Place was packed to the rafters in them days.
Isn't that Dickie Masters?
You know him?
He used to work with my mum.
She must have drunk in there. What was her name?
Janet Martell.
Yeah. Nice girl. I see where you get your looks from.
Were Gus and Dickie close?
Thick as thieves. Masons. He was a good friend to the both of us.
You made a statement saying you saw Philip Nevin running out of Whitstable Castle shortly after his wife fell to her death.
She was pushed.
When did you find out Carol and Gus were having an affair?
What's it matter? Once that egg case sussed out they were on together, one of them was going to end up dead.
Was it before or after she was killed?
Why do you want to know?
Was it before or after?
It was before. Before. Ain't you got any proper police work to do?
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
I'll, yeah.
Two visits in 2 days. I feel privileged.
How's the plumbing?
Oh, all in perfect working order, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, if it isn't D.S. Martell. We met over a game of bowls.
Since when did you play bowls?
I don't.
You must be very proud of this girl, Jan.
Yes, I am.
Always hoped my son would follow in my footsteps, but he works for the tax.
I didn't know you two were still in touch.
Oh, yeah. Always keep in touch with the old gang.
Yeah, he's really good with things like that, Dickie, yeah.
I'll bet he is.
I'll put the kettle on, shall I?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
You sure?
Go on. Wet your whistle.
I don't want to be a bother if you've got company.
Well, don't mind me. I've got to make a move anyway. Lovely to see you, Jan.
Okay. See you.
I'll let myself out. Bye, sweetheart.
Sure you don't want to drink?
No, I want to ask a question about the eyewitness interviews on the Nevin case.
Oh, we've been through all that, Nikki.
Did you speak to a rough sleeper?
Yeah, well, he was the impartial witness.
Don't suppose you got a name?
Well, I can't remember the name of every witness statement I've ever taken, Nikki.
Did you call Dickie or did Dickie call you?
Imran Malik, that was it. Young lad, barely out of his teens. That's it.
Okay. Gov,
But wherever it is, can it wait till tomorrow?
I've found the rough sleeper.
Whitstable Castle. That's taking me back.
And you were homeless.
No. I had a bit of an ecstasy habit. Sometimes I'd doss in the castle grounds rather than face the wrath of Mum and Dad.
Including the night of the Carol Nevin murder.
Yeah.
You were interviewed by DCI Masters, weren't you?
Yes.
How did that go?
It was a long time ago.
You're not in any trouble, Imran.
Look, you could help someone clear his name.
I read in the local paper he's getting released.
Yeah.
And you didn't give any evidence in court, did you?
No.
So you haven't perjured yourself?
And they brought me in. I had a few pills on me. Master said it was enough for a supply charge and I could do prison time. Told me to make it go away if I said I saw Nevin running out of the castle. Showed me a photo and I picked him out from a lineup. He said I was helping them put away a murderer.
What did you actually see?
Nothing. It was off my face.
Was there a solicitor present when you made this statement?
No.
Any other officers?
There was another detective in and out.
Male? Female?
A woman. Young. But Masters did all the talking. For both of us.
Hi.
Hi.
This is D.I. Carver.
Boy.
He's a friend of Mike's.
Hello.
He's been in touch with the police in Toronto.
What?
No, it's nothing to worry about. The case is over and done with. Your name never came up.
What about my dad?
Your dad pleaded guilty, got 12 months. Sounded like he was well in over his head.
Why don't you go and get your stuff together, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any friend of Mike's and all that? So how is my old pal doing?
You know,
Moved down to Whitstable hasn't helped them.
well, he doesn't say much.
Really couldn't shut him up before.
Seriously?
Yeah. Life and soul until the accident. Does he ever mention the other driver?
We talked about it, but only once.
Yeah, it became a bit of an obsession afterwards. We never did track them down.
Sorry, I'm not with you.
The driver of the other car. They left the scene.
Right. He never mentioned that.
Really is. Right, duty calls.
And thanks again.
You look after yourselves.
Thank you.
Ruby, I'm just going to the wholesalers.
Okay.
And then I might grab a coffee with Paula later.
Fine. Dolly, you or Pearl haven't heard from Charlie recently, have you?
Well, I haven't. Why?
No big reason, it's just he hasn't answered the last few of my texts.
Oh, he's probably madly busy.
Everything's okay though, right?
As far as I know, yeah. Don't worry. See you later.
See ya.
Can I ask you a question?
Shouldn't you be in hospital?
Do you honestly believe that Carol was having an affair?
What?
The first I heard about it was when they arrested me.
Phil, please.
I'm serious.
You were at the castle.
I was at home with Paula, but I couldn't prove it. She was just a toddler.
Well, you caught the two of them together, and that's why you...
That didn't happen. They made it all up, Dolly. I need to know. Did Carol ever say anything to you about Gus Mountfield?
Well, nothing complimentary, no.
So why would you believe that she was sleeping with the man? Me and her were soulmates. She'd have never done that to me. Not with anyone. I know it in here.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Ruby. No worries.
Were you happy to sign off on those witness statements?
I'm starting to get a bit cheesed off about this now.
Was there nothing in there that bothered you? Mum.
Dickie liked to fly solo. He was always the same with his cases. You never got a look in. He'd interview the suspects and witnesses on his own. And you just stuck your name on the form.
Why didn't you speak out?
You think I'd dare complain about a copper like Dickie Masters in those days? It was hard enough just being a woman in the force. My career would have been over before it began.
Like the lives of all the people he put away.
Yeah, well, most of them were guilty.
Is that what you tell yourself?
I'll have to tell myself something. You can take me down off that pedestal now, can't you?
No.
I've got a grandson. She's never going to let me into her life, is she?
I don't know.
Unless I prove who really killed her mother.
Why'd you let me go to Canada? Knowing what he was like.
Because I wanted you to have a proper relationship with him.
What if I end up like him?
Oh, Charlie. You're your mother's son. You've got your whole amazing life ahead of you.
Let's go home, Mum. Thanks, Lee.
Nice one, Charlie.
Do you seriously think Phil Nevin is innocent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just found out he's got a grandson.
Paula told him?
No, she doesn't want him to have anything to do with the kid.
I will talk to her.
I'm worried that it might be too late for that.
Want me to come in?
I'll be back in a minute.
All units, report of a domestic disturbance at the Sailor's Cove. Nearest available.
That's Patty Mountfield's place.
Over.
Tell me what I want to know. I'm not threatening you. I'm not. What did you lie? Yeah.
Come on, come on. Hey, hey. You'll be back inside if you are, man.
I don't care anymore.
Wait. We know you're innocent.
What? How?
Sorry. Sit down, all right?
What's your prognosis, Patty?
It's terminal.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Look, you know what happened. I know a lot about guilt. Could be your only chance. Get everything off your chest. Give this man his life back.
What have you got to lose, Patty? Really?
Gus loved his little fancies. Barmaids like Carol. He'd get a bit handsy. Try it on after hours. They usually just left. Carol was different.
He was all over her like a rash. Obsessed. She stuck around because she was skint. Then money started going missing from the till.
Carol would never.
No. Turns out Gus was giving the cash to Carol. I thought there was something going on between them. So I followed him. He'd arranged to meet her at the castle. Next thing, she comes over the top.
So he did kill her.
Gus comes running out in a blind panic. Takes one look at me and spills his guts. He said he'd told her he'd write off the debt if she slept with him. She refused. There was a struggle once.
How did Masters get involved?
I called him. He told us to keep our mouths shut and that he'd sort it.
And he got you to place Phil at the crime scene.
I knew you'd be home alone with Paula.
With no alibi.
Masters told Gus to pretend they were having an affair, that Phil attacked the both of them. There was a struggle and he threw Carol off the top.
And you backed him up by saying that you saw Phil escaping.
And all so I could spend the rest of my life with the ledge that I loved.
I knew she wouldn't cheat on me.
And that's the trouble with Russian dolls. They're all too full of themselves.
Hello, Dickie. Got one last case for you to close.
It's very kind of you to let us do this.
You're helping us get justice for my mum.
And I'm so sorry for what I, you know. And I'm sorry too.
Let's just concentrate on the future, eh?
Do, re, mi, so, fa, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
Beautiful.
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie! All right, let's have the grand you. Oh, we've missed you.
Oh, I've missed you guys too. Come here!